Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWB Money in the Bank press conference as we are shown live from the Jacksonville Veterans Memorial Arena. And it was one amazing night here for WWB, as there will be plenty of moments that will never be forgotten from this show here tonight. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. Got a lot of shock-looking faces out here. Well, y'all have never seen a massacre like that in a wrestling match before? Huh? Now who wants to ask your world champion a question? You, the one with the glasses. Right there, front row. Hello, Roman. My name's James from the Too Good to Wrestle podcast. And we saw how bad you beat up Mox tonight. What was going through your mind when you were doing that? What was going through my mind? You should be asking what was going through Moxie's mind when he decided to challenge me for my title. I mean, he saw what I did to Dragunov at the Nitro before, and he should have took that as a fair warning not to step up to my level, not to challenge me for what means the most to me. Mox is the one that is not smart. Mox is the one that is stupid because he saw what I did to him at Blood and Guts just after a match, let alone what I could do to him during a match for 20 minutes straight. No breakups, no nothing, no security holding me back. And he got what was coming towards him. Maybe I stabbed him too hard in the head with that pencil. Maybe I didn't, but he should have knew what was coming for him after what he saw me do to everyone else. And this is going to happen to anyone else that tries to challenge me for my title. Anyone who wants to step up next to challenge me, to face off against me, the tribal chief, the head of the table, the one that runs it all. But before they do, I want them to look at what I did to Moxley, and what I did to Dragunov, and what I did to Rollins. And I want them to take a good look and then step back and think about it. I want them to think about it because they know that if they were to stand face to face with me, right afterwards, it's straight to the hospital, straight to the emergency room, straight to surgery, straight to rehab, to recovery for another year, and then when they decide to come back and challenge me again, it'll be the same process over again. Injure them, hospital, emergency room, rehab, recovery, come back, and then I'll beat their ass again. But someone like Moxley, someone like Dragunov, someone like anyone who thinks they have a chance at my title, I think they're just a bunch of idiots because they know what I'm capable of and they know what I'm gonna do to them. So, whoever wants to challenge the head of the table next, just be warned. It's gonna be 2 months in the hospital after the match. So, who else wants to ask your head of the table a question? You right there, second row in the hat. Hey, Roman, it's Jim from Fightful Select. My question is, do you have any plans on anything, like doing anything with the Usos, like possibly a faction? You're asking me what the Usos are gonna do? You should be asking them if they're gonna be able to win their number one contenders match on Nitro. Because I'm not gonna be walking around with some bums holding their towels around their hands. I'm gonna be walking around with someone holding their gold, holding their titles, holding what means the most to them. So if you wanna know so bad, go ask them. Go find them and go ask them if they're gonna be able to come out on top on Monday. And plus, I gotta worry about my own stuff. My own title, my own matches, my own stuff, my own business. I don't gotta worry about what my cousins are gonna be doing, what my cousins are gonna be winning. But if I'm gonna ask them to do something, if I'm gonna ask them to do something for me, then they better get it done. They better do it right. But if I'm gonna ask them to go out there and win some matches, to go out there and win some gold, and they don't, they lose their matches, they better buckle the hell up, because I'm not gonna be so nice anymore. Well, we heard it here from our tribal chief, our head of the table, Roman Reigns. But up next, someone who had a phenomenal match here tonight, Adam Cole, baby. My apologies if I look like a tomato right now. I didn't get time to wash the blood off my face. They called me over here right as my match was done to come do this. So, who wants to ask Adam Cole a question, baby? You, all the way in the back. What's your question? Hello, Adam Cole. I'm here from the Tap Out Wrestling Podcast. And, my question is, after that amazing dog collar match you put on with Kyle O'Reilly, what's next for you in WWB? What's next? I'll tell you what's next. What's next is putting a stop to that joke that Damian calls a United States Championship title reign. Because we've all seen it. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry than one of Damian's matches. His reign has been just a complete joke. And that United States Championship, I think one that you'd find in a toy aisle at Walmart is more prestigious than that championship. And don't even get me started on that Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, let's be honest, what the has Damian done for that championship? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So if I were to win that championship, both those championships, the Bullet Club will make that championship more prestigious than it ever will be. More than it's ever seen in its life. And let's be honest, until Damian drops that championship is going to be as prestigious as a backyard wrestling championship. And like I said, don't even get me started on that Cruiserweight Championship. That Cruiserweight Championship, a rat on the side of the street is more prestigious than that championship. Now, Damian, I better hear an answer from you by this next Nitro, or else the Bullet Club is going to get one out of you. Next question. Hey, Adam, I'm Bill from the Hating with Hager podcast. Listen, man, I don't care what your name is, nor do I want to care. What's your question? Come on, spit it out. Is tonight it for you and Kyle? Listen, I already beat Kyle O'Reilly earlier tonight, obviously. But if he wants to go round 2 when he gets out of the hospital, go for it. But he'll just end up back in the hospital again. I mean, if he's really smart, he'd stay away from the Bullet Club, stay away from me. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to see him after tonight. I already beat his ass. I don't want to see him back in this company, as I stated before. But if he wants to go again, I'll go again, and I'll beat him worse next time. So, like I said, if he wants to go round 2 on another pay-per-view, sure. But he'd be stupid to do it again, considering what I just did to him. And also, if he has a problem with what happened tonight with Jay White and Carl Anderson, he could take it up with them. Same thing will happen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bullet Club member Adam Cole. But coming up, Mr. Money in the Bank, CM Punk. How are we all doing today here in Jacksonville, Florida? Well, I'm here to answer some questions, so who has some questions for me? You right there, far right. Hey, Punk, I'm from the Lucha Libre Takeover podcast. So, my question is, when do you plan on cashing in that briefcase that you won tonight? Well, you see, a normal person would not answer this question, but I'm not a normal person. I'm the best in the world. I'm CM Punk. So how about this? WrestleMania, after Shawn Michaels and Brock Lesnar. Whoever wins that match, you better watch your back, because I'm cashing this briefcase in. I don't care if it's Shawn Michaels, if it's Brock Lesnar. Whoever wins that match, I do not care. I'm cashing my briefcase in, and whoever wins, you better watch your back, because this thing isn't going to be mine for much longer. You know what's going to be mine? That WWB Championship. So after WrestleMania, you're not going to be calling me Mr. Money in the Bank. You're going to be calling me the new WWB Champion. Now, next question, because I don't got much time. Hey Punk, it's John from Wrestling News, and as we just saw, you confirmed that you're going to be cashing in your Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania. Well, on top of that, do you have any plans on having your own match, wrestling your own match at WrestleMania? Well, obviously, yeah, I want to have a match at WrestleMania. A lot of very good talent on this roster that I would personally like to face myself. But really, only time will tell who I'm going to face. But I definitely will be wanting to have a WrestleMania match. A few guys that come to mind that I would like to face, not just for WrestleMania, but just in general. Bryan Danielson, again, Kenny Omega, Gunther, Braun Breaker, Cody Rhodes is another really good one. And, it's really up to the boss, WWB, and, just whoever wants to face me at WrestleMania. But like I said, only time will tell if I'm going to have a match. Anyone else have any questions here? Hey, Punk, it's Anthony from the Wrestle Talk TV. And my question is, how does it feel to be the first ever Mr. Money in the Bank here in WWB? Feels great. It feels great knowing that I'm going to be a future WWB champion, no matter who it is. No matter if it's Shawn Michaels, if it's Brock Lesnar. It doesn't matter who it is, I'm still cashing this briefcase in. And at the end of WrestleMania, you'll be hearing my song play. My music play, everyone chanting my name while I'm holding up the WWB Championship. Well, we heard it here from CM Punk, Mr. Money in the Bank. But next up, the owner of World Wrestling Brutality. How are we all doing out here today? Are we all doing good? I mean, I know I am after that amazing show that we just put on here tonight for you all. Anyways, does anyone have any questions? Hey, it's Tommy from Break a Table Wrestling, and as we know, after Money in the Bank, we got WrestleMania coming up. But after WrestleMania, what premium live events can we expect? Well, as we know, we've had the Royal Rumble, Redemption, Money in the Bank, as we just witnessed here tonight. And we have WrestleMania coming up, but after WrestleMania, we're going to be doing something new. We're going to be touring out of the United States and hosting the first ever WWB pay-per-view in Japan. And that will include a Nitro, a tournament, and another Nitro following the tournament. Obviously, I can't go into too much detail right now, but sooner or later, I'm going to have more detail to give out to all you guys. Alright, now, any more questions? Hey, my name is Patrick, and my question is, so last time we saw a big hardcore match was back at Blood and Guts, Christmas Crisis. Can we expect to see any more big hardcore matches coming up in the future? Yes, we can. We got Christmas Crisis coming up. Again, usually that's pretty big for the hardcore matches. Kenny Omega, after tonight, he's gonna need a little while to recover. He got a weed whacker to the head, to the stomach, and he got his face bashed into a microwave. So definitely we can see some big hardcore matches coming up in the future. Maybe even at Christmas Crisis, maybe even sooner than that. But, yes, definitely we can expect some pretty big, whether it's multi-man or just one-on-one hardcore matches coming up in the near future. Alright, next question. Hey, it's Dave from WrestleTime, and on the topic of big hardcore matches, will we ever see a return of the Summer Splashdown match type? Well, ever since that last Summer Splashdown match, we've gained a lot of new hardcore match types and a lot of new big hardcore match types, like the Stairway to Hell, the Blood and Guts, the Hell in the Cell. So it's really about timing, So it's really about the best time to do it. And ever since that last Summer Splashdown match, we haven't really had any good times to do another one. But definitely in the near future, maybe pretty soon, we'll have another Summer Splashdown match. But it's really just about timing. And well, on that note, thank you all so much for showing up to the press conference. And to everyone who is watching this live, thank you all so much. And we will see you on the next Nitro.